Okay, so we're playing another game, me and Pete are playing another game of Congo, and today we're playing the Jewel of Africa scenario. The Jewel of Africa in question is this princess here who has been kidnapped by the Zanzibari faction, which is being played by Pete, and he's attempting to carry her off along a track which runs down the middle of this table. So it's about 4 inches wide. We're kind of imagining it, but I've put some rocks down to delineate it as well. And he's got to get her off the table. That's the main point of the mission. There are other goals as well. And he's also captured some other slaves. So this second group that's on the table at the minute, we just finished playing the first turn. He's using them as bearers, so this is another slave here. And I am playing the African Kingdom, and I'm trying to move my figures onto the table. There's a group there, another group here, another group here so far. They are crawling through the long grass, so they're moving quite slowly, and it's quite difficult to get them on the table. But effectively, they're going to ambush the group as they come down the path and try and get the princess back. And as I say, we've just played one turn so far. Peter made a bit of an error in his choice of cards, and there was one card that, in fact, he couldn't play. Because I'm hiding in the grass, he can't see me, which means he can't shoot at me at the moment. So that's his. That was his. I forced him to play it as well. No, I didn't force him to play it, but I forced him to stick with it. It was a bit cruel, but he's got off to a good start. So we're on to the second turn now. Okay, so this is the end of turn 2. Peter's making lightning strides. I haven't even sprung the ambush yet. But he's taken a risk and he's come through this dangerous terrain and got away with it. Nothing happened. And the nearest group of warriors I've got, they're still crawling through the grass concealed, so in theory he doesn't know they're there. So I suspect they're going to have to spring the ambush now, because he's only a short distance from the edge of the table and getting the princess off. He's brought a few more groups on. He's been allowed to leave the path now once he gets past these rocks here. So his group have scattered into the high grass, even though they haven't seen me yet. They're aware of my presence, and I'm having trouble getting figures onto the table. Keep failing my dice rolls, but I am getting a little bit closer. Right, well, we're at the end of turn 3 now. And Peter's group with the princess are right on the table edge. They got there because I inadvertently attacked them with these warriors, and then it was the defender who had to retreat at the end of the melee, and he has to move away from the threat. So he actually moved closer to the table edge, and then I've managed to bring on another group of scouts here and bring across the table from the other side this group of Zanzibaris. So he's now surrounded by my groups, and he's lost one figure. Oh no, you didn't, did you? You put that figure back on. Yeah. Right, we'll put the figure back on in a moment because we made a mistake with the rules. Yeah, but in the next turn he could just move off the table if he wanted, unless I can do something to stop him. I managed to get 4 stress tokens on him at one point. So the princess looks that's very close, that situation. That can come off as well, can't it? Yeah. But over the rest of the table, he's hardly brought. Well, I think you've got your last group on now, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, but they're all at the other end of the table. He's concentrating on getting the main trophy off. So there's another, we're going to play 7 turns rather than 6. We're playing on a larger table size. So that's the way it's going at the moment. Right, enter turn 4, and the princess has been abducted. That group is off the table, but it was so close. At one time we both played the same card. Peter was willing to sacrifice the initiative. Oh no, I sacrificed the initiative, didn't I? Then you played a totem card and I played an equal totem card.
Yeah, that's right.
And I did manage to attack him and inflict a casualty, but it didn't eliminate the group, and then he played his card and moved the group off the table. So now the focus is drawing down to the other end of the table, where he's now got a slave and the princess off, meaning he's got 15 victory points in the bag, but on the table there are still 15 victory points to play for from my point of view, if I can rescue the 3 remaining slaves. So I've got to rescue all those 3 slaves, and then it'll be 15 all, and it'll be down to the sort of more generic victory points, who wins the game. So really, really close. We're both feeling a little bit stressed, I think, at the moment. Right, we're halfway through turn 5 at the moment. Just thought I'd take a quick shot to show the lion has entered the game. So I picked the wild animal taken out of the bag, and he's just attacked Pete's group here, who managed to survive, but they had to retreat. So they're running away from the lion at the moment. So he's going to be a menace until someone shoots him. Still in turn 5, but Peter has now decided to attack my group here, foolishly. Yes, because he was rolling d6s against my d8s, and I rolled 4 successes, and Peter rolled 5 fails. So he's going to suffer badly from that. Yeah. Okay, end of turn 5, and all the action is in the middle of the table here now. So I need 15. Peter at the moment has 15 victory points in the bag. I needed to get all 3 slaves rescued, and what's happened is that this group that the slave was with has been wiped out almost entirely, apart from the trader, who's the last man standing, and the slave has died. So now there are only 10 victory points from the scenario available to me. Oh, plus I get 3 for eliminating the group. So that's, yeah, I get 3 there. But I need to get more points from eliminating groups and from the general generic victory point conditions in order to match Peter's high score at the moment. But he's backwards and forwards between my... Oh, we haven't activated the lion again, so we need to do that. Yeah, the lion needs to... Roll a d8 while we're on camera.
3.
So the lion doesn't wake up. Yeah, so that is definitely the end of turn 5. Yeah, but that group was backwards and forwards between these warriors here and the lion being chewed up by both, quite literally in the lion's case. Right, so we're at the end of turn 6. We're actually going to play a 7th turn because the table size is a bit larger than conventional, and it's looking as though Peter's going to win the game on points, even though I'm keeping his groups at bay, really, up this end of the table. I don't think there's any possibility of them getting off the table now.
No, I don't.
No, I've managed to eliminate one group, but the trader is still alive. It would be quite handy if I could kill him. The lion's been attacking people, but not with any great effect this turn. And Peter's managed to, the only casualties inflicted on me, he shot me up, so I pulled this group back, but he got, was it 3 casualties, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
And then from shooting with rifles from those guys there when they were in range. So it's looking as though Peter will win, but we're going to play one more turn and then see how it turns out. Right, so the game is over. We haven't added up the totals yet, so we don't know who's won, but I'm pretty sure it'll be Peter. But things that happened in the last turn that might swing it are that I managed to rescue one of the slaves, hooray. So that will give me 5 points, I think. And also Peter shot the lion, but I managed to pick his carcass up. So I will get some points for that as well. That's dependent on dice. So we're just going to do a little bit of calculations to see who's got the most points, and then I'll let you know the final result. Right, as expected, it was Peter's win. He won by 15 points to 9. So I think I'm right in saying that's the first game you've won, isn't it?
In a while.
No, ever.
No, surely not. No.
I think so.
No, I'm sure I've won at least one other.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Right. But that was another good scenario. There's only one scenario now that we haven't tried in the original rulebook, and so far the 7 that we have tried have all been cracking. So another one to be recommended. Thanks for watching.